Hello and welcome back to Let's Play Wrath of the Righteous with me, Break It Down. Let's buff up.
I am never wrong. Mimosi Travisi. Ona Adayana. Ona Adayana. Omronda Gratio.
No reason to
Let me help. Overrun Ona Adayana. Mimosi Travisi. Maurizio Turino. Omronda Gratio. Trasciani Savitur. Trasciani Savitur.
I know how I ended up here, but
Are we in
here I am.
trouble yet?
You require my unbiased opinion?
I should have waited to cast that. Or extended it. You see an undead man dressed in a style popular among Mendevian crusaders 100 years ago. The long decayed, his expensive adornments indicate high status, and the clean and functional cut of his suit places its wearer in a military profession. The undead man sizes you up with a lordly glance. Forgot to put grease down. Greetings, Crusader. You have the honor of meeting Zacharius the Lich, the last warden of the newfound sanctuary and master of this place. I sense you as soon as you step through the gates of my stronghold. There is something in your bag that belongs to me. Give me my wand, and as my oath dictates, I shall give you a gift. Celia grips her weapon and chokes out an oath. A lich. An actual lich. This isn't a laughing matter. You might not get out of this alive. Don't answer him. Don't say anything at all. Talking to undead is folly. He'll hex you before you can blink. Oberk hastily takes out a clove of garlic from his bag, chews it, and Ollie blows in the lich's direction with fingers crossed on both hands. Crack this chatty skull open and be done with it. The dark energy coming from the lich draws a response from inside you. A surge of power, similar to what you felt in the bandit cave, suppresses and overwhelms all other feelings, and fills you with new sensations. You lose control of your own body for a moment, as your hands, as if alive on their own, dive into the bag and take Zacharias' wand out. You would swear that it trembles with impatience, like a dog too long away from its beloved master. What do you want from me? Arrogance rings in the lich's voice. Give me the wand and humbly beg for my help, and I shall not deny it. If you show yourself a worthy crusader, I shall prepare a ritual that will turn you into a lich. You'll become an immortal being, and I shall bow down before you. And you won't even have to devote your short life to preparing for this great event. By the time I finish preparations for the ritual, you won't have aged even a year, and I shall be freed from my magic oath and may finally leave this place. And then you and I shall never meet again. Don't listen to him. No matter what he's got or what promises he makes, you'll be turned into an undead. That's not just shedding some unwanted flesh and bone. It'll spell the end of any and all humanity you currently possess. It is evil. Too bad I didn't get such an offer. Boy, you must say yes. Now record the metamorphosis happening to you in the encyclopedia. Do it, if not for yourself, for science. I have some questions about your proposition. Questions? The Lich exclaims in irritation. Give me my wand, I shall take you as an apprentice. Prove that you are a worthy crusader. I shall conduct a ritual that will make you a lich. The oath's bond of me will finally fall, and we shall disappear from each other's lives forever. What could be unclear about this? But why are you offering this power to me? A low growl escapes the lich before he speaks. Do not flatter yourself. Fate has decided this, not I who is bound by magic oaths. Only by fulfilling them will I be able to leave this pathetic place. When I was foolish and taken with Crusader ideas, I made a mistake. I feared that becoming a lich might change me. I feared becoming a villain. And so I bound myself with a magic oath, which stops me from leaving this place until a worthy Crusader comes here to return my wand and seek my aid. I dispatched my apprentice, Teldon, to spread word of my final wishes, and so began my wait for Crusaders who would appear to accept my knowledge. But the days passed, and with them came a new understanding. What a magnificent idiot I had been. I had bound myself in a pointless oath, never thinking of the consequences. But now you are here, and the oath is about to be fulfilled. I shall wait no longer. Enough priceless time has been lost. What exactly are you going to do with me? Becoming a lich is a complicated process. Most talented mages cannot prepare for it if they devoted their entire lifetimes to the endeavor. It requires years to train and transform one's spirit, unless you have a brilliant mage on your side. I've invented a ritual that will allow me to prepare you myself. I'll alter your mind and soul, prepare them for their new existence. It is a complicated process, so do not expect to awaken a master of the undead on the morrow. But by my vow, you will survive the transformation. While I've devoted decades to this ritual, the process will take you a mere half a year. How am I supposed to prove that I am a worthy Crusader? I know now that the Crusades are utter folly, but when I was still alive, I believed in these foolish ideals, and included them as a mandatory condition for fulfilling my oath. You have to prove by your actions and that the crusade is important to you. Here's some advice. I value wisdom and focus, and a wise and focused mind can see that the Crusaders will lose to the demons as long as they draw breath. The Crusaders' problem is that they can be killed. The dead cannot. The undead know no fear. They do not betray you. They suffer no wounds. They require no provisions. Most importantly, even a pathetic and feeble mortal can make a formidable undead soldier. A few thousand deaths is a small price to pay for victory. Everyone dies, no matter what decisions you make. The question is, will you place victory over the world wound above your own dubious ethics? If so, then I shall call you the worthiest of Crusaders, and the demons will learn fear when they see an army of undead warriors led by a powerful lich. Why is this wand so important? The lich answers condescendingly. The wand is far more than just a toy you use to cast spells. It is my phylactery, the charmed vessel which holds my soul. So long as it remains intact, I am eternal. If I am destroyed, I shall be reborn again near the spiritual anchor of my phylactery. Be diligent and obedient to my will, and you too will become immortal. But that is not its main value. To be free of my oath, I must grant my power to a worthy Crusader who brings me my wand and asks for help. Until that day, I serve as a prisoner in this pathetic abode. So as long as I have the wand, you're in my power. Zacharias answers with a sneer. That would be most convenient for you, wouldn't it? Sorry to disappoint you. If you refuse my instructions, I will kill you, and your corpse will deliver my wand back to Canavers. And I'll wait for another 100 years, until another Crusader comes to my door. But I value my time, as I suspect you value your life. It is better for both of us that you heed my words. Everything is clear to me now. I hope you realize what a generous offer I've made to you. Sir Lich, may I offer myself as a specimen to be transformed into a Lich? It is the only way I can experience and impartially record all the sensations of this magnificent process. You must see me as a colleague. We are both devotees of science. The Lich fixes his cold stare on Nenio. You're not the bearer of my wand. I have no interest in you. Take your time to think about it. Your name will be immortalized in my encyclopedia after all. No. You didn't even ask what the encyclopedia was. It will gather all the knowledge in existence from across Galarian, without any division into black and white, just dry, exhaustive facts. This will be a great book to determine the direction of the advancements of science toward a happy future. The Lich pauses, then turns his head to you. When you become a Lich, get rid of her, or you'll lose one of the main advantages of undeath: silence. I want to know more about you. What exactly would you know? My feats are sung in legend. Surely every Crusader knows of them. Life beyond death has been a tedious term of imprisonment in this fortress, surrounded by foolish and maddening demons. My only occupation here has been observing the Crusaders retreat, further and further, losing city after city. The day those vacant immortals gave up Dresden, I stopped calling myself a Crusader and began to despise them. You're considered a hero. How did you become undead? Grinding his teeth, the Lich answers. I was no hero, but a talented fool who struck off to the crusade to entertain his pride. I adored the praise of the murmuring mediocrities. How flattered I was when a heap of stone on the mountainside was given into my care. On a mountainside, not the. They told us our struggle was important. Such folly. As I sat trapped here, I realized that I had wasted my powers, my time, and my talents in their battles. I believe the tales of good and right, that it must be protected. But even in the kingdom of good, there are those who wield power, and those who obey. All these wars are merely an attempt to hold on to power. It matters not whose. Never again shall I wage war for anyone's power but my own. Why did you take up death magic? While I yet lived, I often thought how superior were the undead compared to the living. Crusader army has suffered endless defeat, while an undead army would long ago have driven the demons back to the depths of the world wound. But though the dead would be the perfect warriors, they would answer imperfect living masters. I needed a better solution. I studied vampires, but found them too ruled by passion, and thus, utterly unsuitable. And then I considered the Lich. A Lich is the perfect undead being. It can possess fantastic power, its mind survives the transformation, and it is eternal. I envisioned an army of Crusaders led by immortal Liches, and I grew certain of my fate. But the process of becoming a Lich takes years, and it is dangerous and tiresome, and most importantly, it is only possible for one mortal in a million. Thus I began to work on a ritual that allowed any mortal to become a Lich. All without decades of practicing magic, or even wielding any magic power at all. Of course, I had to keep this research a secret, but in the end I succeeded. And the day the newfound sanctuary fell, I completed the ritual and became what I am today. And once you are free, will you rejoin the crusade? The Lich responds with mocking laughter. Become a Crusader again? Not a chance. I've already given them too much of my time, and I've killed enough demons. No, when we are finished, I shall be on my way, and the Crusaders should pray that our paths don't ever cross again. How have you survived among the demons? The pathetic spawn are no threat to me. The Lich chuckles arrogantly. They've tried to attack me a few times, but swiftly regretted it. Then I grew tired of their interference, and concealed my chambers with a spell. When I required a book from the library, I'd go there in an invisible guise, and they had no idea I was beside them. I don't have any more questions. Now you realize who you're dealing with. Do not forget it, for your own sake. Alright, let's attack. You should have died long ago, but you will not cheat death today. The green radiance in the Lich's eyes fades. What a pathetic sight. A mortal refusing power over death. I've wasted enough time on you, and now you will repay me. I shall transform you into a zombie, and send you to Canabris, where you return my wand to where it belongs. I hope the next Crusader to come calling will be wiser. Reaching out to you with his bony hand, the Lich casts a spell. The wand leaps from your hands by an invisible force. Its loss fills you with a strange feeling, as if something dark and ominous, which settled in your soul when you found the wand, was just violently wrested from you.
We won't fall here. I swear it.
No glory without
Don't hold
risk.
back! Begone, fiend! You've crossed the wrong mongrel.
This condition is irrational. You're irrelevant.
This will leave a bruise.
Alright, thus falls Zacharias the Martyr again.
You are my favorite aide.
The world has suffered enough.
Good job, team. He has a really bad reflex saving score. I didn't show it. That's why Greece is so good against him. Alright, the Broken Wand of Zacharias. The wand is ruined. Wherever there was magic within it, it escaped through its cracks like water into sand. It's of little interest to mages now. Only collectors. Alright, and Dried Hand of Martyr. The subject gains a +4 morale bonus on saves against all death spells and magical death effects. The subject is immune to energy drain and any negative energy effects, including channeled negative energy. The spell does not remove negative levels that the subject has already gained and does not protect against other sorts of attacks, even if those attacks might be lethal. It gives you a Death Ward spell. It doesn't say that, but you get one casting of Death Ward with that. Alright, we got Devil Imp. Summons an Imp Devil Pet. Imp provides a +2 profane bonus on trickery and stealth checks. We could use a bonus to trickery checks.
We will win this war.
I'm gone.
Oh, we're all exhausted. Alright, read that one already. Okay, let's rest up again, and we can get rid of our corruption when we go back up top. The loading of the Tower of Estrad is most inconvenient. Now I have to make so many edits, such as changing the Tower of Estrad is famed for its collection, so the Tower of Estrad was famed for its collection. That's the only problem with all this. For Amade's sake, I don't think I'll ever understand scientists. Honestly, I don't think Nenio will ever understand scientists either.
We do it my way. I'm always ready.
Am I missing a pet?
Follow if you dare.
I'm trying to remember. I may have given it to somebody else early on. I don't know if I am, though. I know we get at least one more. Oh, we don't need to use this altar yet.
We should move.
Together we stand.
I will lend you my aid.
Whatever comes next, we'll be ready. Did the world just
Meditate on your
forget me?
mistakes. It might make you feel better.
I'm ready to move out.
Yes.
I'm off.
These ghouls have been maimed even more brutally than the others. Bulky lenses are sewn over their eyes, and various tools from scissors to drills are attached to their fingers. Their bodies are pincushions for long, rusty needles, threads still in them. They're applying their work on bound-up soldiers, still alive, but with no strength to even moan from the unbearable pain. One of the ghoul craftsmen works his finger blades dexterously, slowly removing the scalp from a female warrior, all while chatting to her cheerfully. You won't need this hair. Ghouls don't have any. But I'll fall out anyway. Yours is good though, nice and long. I'll make thread out of it. Hair makes good thread. Maybe we'll use it to sew something onto you. Too bad paladins can't become like us. The light they have inside burns away our gift too quickly. I used to have a good paladin friend when I was alive. We both got bitten. I was transformed, but he just stayed the way he was. I had to gobble him up. That was too bad. If he hadn't believed in his little goddess, he'd still be having fun with us now. Another methodically tears off a soldier's fingernails one by one, sewing on razor blades in their place. The living like to swing their swords. When you're one of us, you'll forget all about those silly weapons with handles. Better to kill the enemy with your hands, sink your fingers into their meat, let the smell out, feel the warm blood spraying. That is what happiness is. Finion's voice trembles. I've seen this before, only there was a hearth, and an anvil, and no, I can't remember. When you try to sneak up, we're not going to succeed. I sneak up and attack stealthily. Exhaling sharply, the ghouls abruptly turn to you. Ah, new material. Even better than old stuff. With quick swipes of their blades, the ghoul craftsmen finish off their prisoners and turn to attack you.
To battle, my friends!
It's probably for the best that they got killed anyway. They weren't in great shape.
The light.
He won't survive me. Fall! I will bring down the divine wrath!
This will be the stuff of legend.
This was simple enough.
Alright, we're gonna go this way first.
I do what I must.
Some ghouls have pinned a soldier to a tombstone covered with fresh blood. He doesn't fight back, only begs them in a weak voice. Don't eat me, please. I don't want that. Did you hear? He doesn't want it. Well, alright, let him go then. Dinner is cancelled. Let's go home. The ghouls burst into shrieking laughter. What if we really don't eat you? No one will touch you, you have my word. But first you have to do something. Eat some of my meat. The ghoul tears off a chunk of rotten flesh from his body and shakes it in front of the soldier's face. Eat it. Eat it. Eat it all, and we'll let you go. But if you spit any out, we'll rip you to pieces. The soldier looks in terror at the piece of half-decayed meat dangling in front of his face, and vomits on the tombstone. The ghouls laugh hysterically. I've eaten a lot of cave delicacies in my time, but raw ghoul flesh doesn't sound like it would be very good for your stomach. You may be interested to know that the disease that affects the transformation of a human into a ghoul has not been thoroughly researched. Nina grabs a piece of someone's body lying around and takes a bite. As she tosses it away, rubs her nose and ears with her hands. There. Hope the fever sets in quickly. I will try to sneak up and attack stealthily. No, I'm not. Hey, you beasts. Let him go. The ghouls howl and attack, but not before one of them rips out the soldier's throat. Yeah, I try not to
Do not waver.
use stealth when I'm playing a paladin. I did it over here because I know that if you succeed, you can... Well, actually I don't know if the soldiers survive anyway.
Endure this!
They might.
Eternal Rose, I call upon you! Did you see that? The goddess protects us.
It went splendidly.
An epitaph written in Tian is etched on into the stone. Lost my honor in my homeland. I regained it here.
I'm gone.
This is a little
Search for the
tedious. You
beauty
used to not have that
within
armor
the
penalty to
not
trickery
your
checks. And outside of combat, they added it in like the last big patch. Outside of combat, it's not really a problem. In combat, when you're trying to disarm traps, that's when it is actively felt.
Call me again if you need to.
Here, it's just a little inconvenient to take off the armor each time you want to do it.
We do it my way.
I think, I'm not gonna go that way yet. Alright, I'm gonna call it here for now. Next time we'll continue pushing further into the Lost Chapel. We have, I think, 2 more rooms before the big boss fight. We'll rest up before that, of course. Then we still have all of this to explore around the edges. So we still have a lot to do here. But either way for now, thanks for watching. I will see you guys in the next one.